Hey y'all. Well, beautiful day here in East Texas. The snow has melted. It hung on for quite a bit. I'm out here taking a stroll and doing a little more planning for this year's crop, Lord willing. Got me to thinking as I'm looking out here, it looks pretty rough, don't it? Guess somebody driving by would make the judgment of, I don't reckon there's going to be a garden there this year. It would be an error, because sometimes appearances can fool you, can't they? Boy, I tell you, social media has been a minefield of late. Did want to mention, of course, y'all know we've got the YouTube channel. Not able to do live on that forum. They changed the rules a year or two ago. Got to have 1,000 subscribers. Nowhere near that. But anyway, if some of y'all, for whatever reason, jump off Facebook and take a little break or whatever, you can find us over there on YouTube. And I upload the lives after the fact over there on that one. Old DW's in a mood, making a racket down there. But been thinking a lot lately. I've been watching too much dribble and had to do a little reset, I guess. Everybody's got an answer for everything, but no answers at all. Things going around. It's not just this year. I think it has to do a lot with when you, whatever side of the aisle you're on, when you think you've become a little powerless over some decision that's been made a little higher than you, that it's easy to try to explain that stuff away with what might be considered fringe or just wild theories about what's to come. Guess I'm a little different cat than that. I don't think that's what we're here to do. It's a waste of time in my mind. Saw something said the trouble with conspiracy theories are the lack of facts, and the lack of facts give more credence that the conspiracy is everywhere. But that's like saying you don't see elephants up in the treetops hiding because they're so good at it. If that's something. That's Sissy, there ain't no elephants up there. She got her nose up. They're not up there, baby. But no, I guess I didn't know whether to talk about it or not. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I don't want to give it the air time, if you will. I do know this. We're wasting time on talking about things that really we could be doing better with. And that old saying, I heard somebody say when old boy would lay out some cuss words, he'd ask, "You kiss your mama with that mouth?" Well, it's pretty much the same thing when you're throwing around stuff that have no clue where it came from, no proof. It's a friend of a friend of a friend, or just negative in general. Then you're going to turn around and try to spread the love of Christ to that same person. Kind of ruined your witness, hadn't you? That's how I see it. Good book tells us in there that we need to be as wise as serpent and innocent as doves. So maybe we need to do that innocent thing a little bit more and use that wisdom. Ain't that right? Tell you what I try to do is old Socrates, he's a pretty smart fella. I don't know if he's any smarter than Solomon, but I guess he talked a little more. I don't know. A lot of stuff attributed to him. But he has a 3-filter test, and I try to go through that. The story goes, an old boy came to him in the market one day and said he had some news he wanted to tell him about one of his friends. And Socrates was thankful that this man was so willing to share this news. And he encouraged him to go ahead. He got started. He said, "Well, I heard that." He said, "Well, wait a minute. Now, I want to run this through a few filters, make sure it's something I want to partake in." He said, "Do you know this to be true?" He said, "Well, no, I don't know it to be true. I heard it from somebody." He said, "Okay, well, let's move on to the next test." He said, "Well, what I heard was that," he said, "No, wait a minute. Is this good about this person. He said, well, no, that's actually why I came to tell you about it. He said, wait a minute. Is it going to be helpful? He said, well, no. He said, well, I thank you for wanting to share, but I don't care to know it. A 3-filter test. Regardless who that come from, that'd be a pretty good thing to follow, wouldn't it? I'm telling you, I was out here feeding the goats earlier, and a little tough to tell when one's got a kid. But I believe all the signs are there. I don't know when they will. Pretty sure DW's done his part, and nature's working on its part. We should have some kids of the goat variety for too long, but they're doing good out here. They love this spring air. What is wrong? You upset? Let's take a look at them. We'll do a roll call here in a minute. Say hi, DW. Hey, buddy. And there's a mamas to be, I believe. No, you can't get me. You can't get me. I'm on the other side of the fence. Silly old thing. The chickens know they can get in there and rob a little feed from them. You want to say hi? Yeah, you do. Them big old horns. He's really grown since he came to live here. I guess it was summertime when he was here. Sissy's making sure things are right. Turkeys are doing good. That wind's got us a little cluttered the last few days. But I'm anxious to get out here and get to work in this garden. Won't be long. We're about 30 days away from potato planting time, right? February 14th. I'm gonna have to start cutting into that ground here pretty quick. They put that over here by the house this year. Did it one year there and it did pretty good. But time to get this whole place cleaned up, isn't it, Sissy? That's right. Get out of winter mode and back into production mode. Yep. It's all good on the horizon if you choose to. Right? We got life to live. I go back. I know I'm fine. I mean, life goes on no matter what's going on around us, right? But somebody may need to hear this. You might need to read the whole chapter in Jeremiah 29. We like to quote that scripture about God knowing the plans he has for us, and he does. But there was instructions there for those that were in exile ahead of that verse. And it says, settle down, plant your garden, have your children, live your lives, and pray for your city. That's pretty solid advice no matter when, right? I think that's what we need to go with. I think my uncle would be sick at this tree. That old snow's got some weight to it and got some pretty big branches. Broke off on this old cedar tree. Guess we'll have some fire. We may do a little whittling. I may have to sit on the porch with Jordan and whittle a few of these old cedar branches. Some good wood, but that tree will be fine. It just kind of had to shed a few of its arms, I guess. Oh well, we'll get it all cleaned up. Hope y'all have had a good week. Looking forward to a good year. It is what we make it, isn't it? Still wanting to tackle painting that old house this year. It won't be too big a task if I take it and, like I say about that old elephant, not the one hiding in a tree. Because that's how you eat an elephant, right? One bite at a time. I may have to do that this spring. In between tilling and planting. Got to do something while the corn's growing, huh? Let's see who all's on here we're going to check off for the evening. Let me scroll on back. Let's see, there's Alexis checking in. Carla saying howdy. How are you, ma'am? Down Jasper Way. There's Miss Debbie, good friend right down the road. Good to see you popping in. My good buddy out Huntsville Conroe Way, classmate of old. Not too old, Randy, but you are older than I am. Randy's watching this evening. Good to see you, buddy. Another good friend of mine on the East Coast. There's Joseph. How are you, man? Good to see you. Enjoyed seeing all your Christmas decorations this year on the Book of Faces. There's Gina. Leah Loftus is, this dog is something else. She's like, okay, it's roll call. Got to sit down and be quiet. Oh, thank you. Okay, you want to say hi to them too? All right, go ahead. I'm trying to read their name. There's Donna Wildman there. Let's see, Miss Angie's checking in. How are you, ma'am? Mr. Andrew. Y'all see that, Paul? She said, you ain't going nowhere. You done walked enough. Oh, that dog is special, y'all. Andrew's saying howdy. Nobody has the answer. Yep, he, well, one does, but he doesn't walk the earth. He's over it now, right? There's Patricia. And BJ's checking in. Wait, I think that's BJ. My eye's getting old on me. Luke's saying howdy. I think he's across the big old pond. Hope you had a good Christmas as well, sir. Miss Doris out in Lott, Texas. How are you? Charlotte saying caught me live. Let's see. I think coffee time, says Charlotte. That's right. I may go brew me a pot, in fact. I got to tell one on myself. I ran out of coffee filters. And, of course, they're not anything to buy in them, but the little dollar store up the road isn't open when I'm wanting to make coffee in the morning. I'll get it rectified tomorrow, I imagine. But had one from the day before, and you have what you make do with what you got, right? Coffee filter ain't nothing but paper, so I just washed it out and put some fresh coffee in, and we kept rolling. Nothing wrong with that, is it? Waste not, want not, they used to say. Good evening from Hope, Michigan. There's Robert. Roy's checking in. So thank you, Alexis. She is doing good. I hate to spoil a surprise, but a good friend of mine in Etoll shared that they've got a neighborhood or dog that the neighborhood takes care of. And of course, it's got an owner, but it's a Pyrenees, and they had an unexpected litter here last week. So there's a big old batch of Pyrenees puppies not too far away. So we may have to get us another male. So Sissy's got some company. That'd be neat, won't it? That's kind of in the works. Don't be mad. You're still the boss. Oh, goodness, what a personality. Miss Carolyn right down the road saying howdy. Elaine, how are you, ma'am? There's Miss Melissa coming in. I think I got everybody almost. There's Michelle. Good to hear from you. That's Sandra. Hey, good to see you. There's Miss Misty out Alabama way, moving all over the place. Patty and Forney. Miss Cheryl. Hey, how are you? There's my buddy Brian Wade. He'll know what I'm referencing. Y'all won't, but he's got some rich material for the next few years. He's a graphic artist and does a lot of funny political work, I guess. He's been busy all along, but Brian's a good friend. Good to see you, buddy. There's Nancy. Alexis again. Let's see. I think I got her. There's an Aggie and Stephanie. Paper towels work too. That's right. It's all about them coffee filters. All right. I think that's it. Well, there's Miss Lisa from Oak Cliff, Texas. Guess we'll call it even. Let's get a little airish out here. We'll go on back in here and get up next to that good old heater. All right. Still got a little bit of winter weather left for the next month or so. But spring's around the corner. Well, y'all watch out for them elephants up in the trees and spend your time talking about something that actually matters and builds folks up. I'm going to try to do that. I know for sure. But, that's how it goes, right? Y'all follow us on YouTube at the same channel, Washboard, if you want to. It's no extra content necessarily, just the same video, but just another source for you in these wild times. All right, y'all have a good evening, be the light, and take care.